We are the two mics now. We should have been doing Postman Pork here, Mr. Parry.
Indeed.
But I'm afraid there's been an interruption to the normal service.
A very welcome interruption.
Well, a welcome interruption, as far as I'm concerned. Any interruption that doesn't involve me listening to you is very welcome. Now, you were talking earlier about Rod Stewart not being able to sell his... yeah, well, I've already corrected you on that one.
Rod, yeah.
He doesn't mind if you call him Rod or Sir Rod,
oh,
okay?
Really? Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
You were talking about how he couldn't sell his house.
No, I wasn't. I was talking about a female diarist attacking Sir Rod Stewart and claiming that his house is a bit out of date. What would you know about it? I bet she lives in a shed that's probably not worth as much as...
She probably lives with three other members of the...
Rod Stewart
of the Daily Mail hothouse rabbit team who sit there and, pump out all sorts of nonsense all day. Anyway, Rod Stewart, Sir Roderick Stewart, is on the phone. Rod, a very good afternoon to you.
Hi, guys. I just wanted to thank you so much for jumping to my defence. That was just admirable and nearly brought a tear to my eye.
Well, that's very kind of you, Rod.
It's that time of the day, isn't it?
It really is. Of course, we had a tear in our eye when we found that you've got to knock £500,000 off the price of your £700 house. So we thought we'd better empathise with you.
I mean, did this woman from the Daily Mail actually come round and have a look at the place?
No, of course they haven't. There is a sky painted on the bedroom ceiling for one of my boys when he was a child.
See, I said that. I said that, yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, chintz never goes out of fashion anyway. So
well, actually, there's I don't know whether you saw this piece, Rob, but there is a picture of one of your rooms, and I have to say, I think it looks lovely. So it's got lovely draped curtains.
Although to be honest, to be having a fashion endorsement from Mike Parry is not really what you want, is it?
That's a bit harsh. But the thing,
by the way, Mike and Alan are both very close friends of mine, so let's settle that one for good.
Well, Rod, thank you very much indeed. I mean, we met you that time in Glasgow before that England-Scotland game, and it was a thrilling experience. Will you be having a football pitch at your new gaff, Rod?
It's funny you should say that because I've just had a 4D pitch put in for my two boys. It's a 7-a-side AstroTurf. It's absolutely beautiful. And it was the other day I was trying to tell the boys, I said, you know how lucky you are. When I was your age, I was speaking to Aidan when I was 5 or 6. My football was my mum's stocking stuffed with newspaper, and we played out in the street, and if it went under a lorry, that was the end of it,
That's right.
Trying to stress to them how lucky they are.
That's right.
It's very difficult convincing children these days how spoiled they are, actually. I've got the same problem with mine. Mine are always moaning and groaning about where we're going on holiday in the summer. I hope we're going to get one of those nice villas again, or are we going to have to go to somewhere in Britain? It's horrendous.
A week at Bognor Regis is out of the question. Then.
Exactly.
That's right. All those sort of things. And Rod, although you're moving house, you're staying in this country. Is your life now still divided transatlantically, or are you because of?
Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah, it's a bit of both. I haven't moved very far. I've just moved up to Shearing, which was about 15 minutes away from the old house. So I'm still an Essex boy at heart. So I'm loving it. I love Essex.
And are you proud? Because as I pointed out in this piece by Miss Charlotte Griffiths, she uses the word Essex as though it's some sort of
swear word. Yeah,
condemnatory. But I mean, you are a proud Essex boy.
Well, I was born in North London up the Archway Road, but I've lived in Essex for the last 30-odd years. I live in the States mainly, but I love the place. Some of the best pubs, some of the best countryside. It's definitely underrated.
Now, how often do you get up to see Celtic this year? Because, of course, Rangers have come into the Scottish Premiership again, but rather disappointingly, or maybe not in your case.
Yeah, well, I bumped into one of the hierarchy at Rangers, and they did say it was going to take a couple of years, and it may take them a couple of years, but I get up there as many times as I can. I'm going up for the Hearts game, and I'm going to go and see them play Albion in the Scottish Cup, and that's about it for this year, because I am on tour at the moment. I'm in Leeds tomorrow night.
How are you?
So, blimey.
And then Manchester the night after, and then back to the O2.
Oh, blimey, that's great. O2.
Porky said we were playing the O2. We did a little comedy show, and we were playing the O2 Academy in Liverpool. He kept telling everybody we were playing. He kept telling everyone we were playing the O2. Didn't quite get it right.
Yeah, but nevertheless, it was a full house, so we did okay. Rod, can I ask you about the recording business, which of course you've excelled at for now nearly half a century? I've been. I don't expect you to comment on fellow performers, but I'm a little bit puzzled at the Stones' new album that's coming out. And when I say to people, you can reinvent yourselves in the same way that Sir Rod Stewart did with your songbooks in America. But it's not quite the same thing, because they're sort of doing more of what they've done in the past, but not really as well, if you see what I mean.
I think they're merely paying homage to the guys that gave them a start. Muddy Waters, well, all of us really.
Yeah.
Howling Wolf and Junior Wells. I haven't listened to the album yet. I'm hoping Ronnie Wood will send me a free copy through the post, but I very much doubt he will.
Well, I mean, he's the real wrinkly rocker, isn't he? I mean, I thought
that was so nice. I have facials every week, and it obviously seems to be paying off. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Well, you should keep him up as well, and get down with the kids as you always do. And is there anything in the offing, Rod?
What do you mean in the offing for you?
No, broadcasting-wise, because...
broadcasting-wise, and I tell you guys, any time you want me to come in, I'll come in. I'm here until the 27th, then I'm off to Florida for the Christmas, but I'd love to come in and talk football to you.
Well, that would be great if you could.
We'd love to do that. Now, listen, Rod, before I let you go, you guys tell us about the last that afternoon in, was it Regano's you were in Glasgow? With Mr. Parry and Mr. Brazil, because I'm sure we've heard some stories from it. But now, you see, Porky's now going to dine off this phone call for a very long time.
Not at all.
There's already someone on Twitter saying, Mike Graham absolutely silenced when Rod Stewart said that Mike Parry was a genuine friend.
You
have no idea how this is going to play out for the next 10 years.
Well, I'm made now.
Well, I shall be listening for the next 10 years if I'm still here. Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
it was a good afternoon, but usually, before England-Scotland matches, it's always, obligatory almost to get slightly plastered.
Yes.
So I can't remember much about it. I can't remember much about the game either.
No, well, a lot of it...
neither can Porky.
A lot of it can be forgettable. Yeah. But it was great to see you then, Rod. It's great to talk to you now. Thank you very much indeed for giving us your time.
Right,
and we hope we'll be talking to you again. Maybe seeing you even soon.
Anytime you want me in, I'll come in.
Okay.
Just give me a call on the... You've got the number. Your guys got the number.
Yeah, have a word with our very nice producer, David. We'll get something sorted out. Good luck with the house